we are on the 16th of Tevet. Naturally, we'll call that Tet Zayin Tevet, marks the Hilula of a really great Moroccan rabbi. His name was Rabbi Yaish Crispin Z'tl, one of the great rabbis of Morocco, especially during the early 1900s in of itself, and he came from very great rabbinic heritage. His father's name was Rabbi Moshe Crispin. He was born in the village of Ait Ayub, which is spoken about on various occasions before. It was a very famous kfar, I believe, in Morocco in of itself. Actually, interesting enough, I think it was in the Trodant area in Morocco, which we've spoken about. Many great chachamim that specific area had all throughout in the Trodant area, and we actually related over on this series about several rabbis from there. Now, he would serve as a rabbi of this specific vicinity of these villages in the area where he lived. Very, very prominent position during a period of time where he was very well connected with many of the great rabbis, especially in Morocco. He would give a most amazing drashot in public and would have many, many, many talmidim, many different students. He would actually range and he would work with the tzibur, with the congregation of itself, and really strengthen the Torah in that specific vicinity. And it's actually interesting, he would also train rabbis. Many of these students become rabbis later on and teachers in various villages all throughout the encompassment of the area. He was very, very well versed in Torah in of itself, and mentioned about him, I believe, on various different occasions on this series. It's actually interesting. He would go on to write many different books. I believe many of this was in manuscript form and would be printed after he passed away, including among the Sfarim was a great Torah book called the Perach Shoshana. This book, the Perach Shoshana, was based on the Torah. I believe it was done in 5 volumes, if I'm not mistaken. The Torah naturally being from Bereshit all the way till the end of the Barim. Then another great book was Ora V'Simcha, which was a Perush on Megillat Esther. Naturally, Megillat Esther, we know we read this during the festival of Purim in the middle of Adar, naturally every single year. So very important. Remember, Megillat Esther is one of the 5 Megillot in the Torah, Rubim, and Ketuvim, respectively. Then there was a Shir HaYichud, which is based on Shir HaShirim, Shir HaShirim, the Song of Songs, composed by King Solomon, Shlomo HaMelech. It also comprises one of the 5 Megillot inside the Torah, Rubim, and Ketuvim. Now, another book was Anaf Shoshan, which was based on Masechet Avot. Naturally, Masechet Avot is Pirkei Avot, the Ethics of the Fathers, a great book that teaches ethical teachings, how we improve our midot, and various different mishnayot within regards to happenings that actually happen in Jewish history, and how we can imbue ourselves with this wisdom, and how we can strengthen our character, let's just say, traits in all different spheres of life. And then there was a Rekik Echad, which was on the Haggadah of Pesach. Pesach naturally being on Tetvav Nisan, all the way to Chafet Nisan. Obviously, naturally, in Israel, it will be 7 days and 8 days in Israel. It's actually fitting because we are in Parshat Shemot. We're talking about the Parshiot at the moment of Yetziat Mitzrayim, of the trials and tribulations, and very much Pesach, Passover, is a festival where we recount, especially on Seder night, all those trials and tribulations that we suffered, unfortunately, all throughout Jewish history. Now, he passed away, I believe it was around the year 1939. We're talking about 86 years ago from the time of recording. Now, very interesting, especially the book, the Perach Shoshana, I believe, is one of the most famous books out there of his, and I would recommend everyone to actually learn it. Now, the Rakik Echad, Anaf Shoshan, which I've spoken about before, I actually think this was published actually in the year 1935. It would go on to be published in Casablanca in Morocco. Remember, Casablanca had a very great Jewish community in its day in of itself, and that book in of itself was printed in that specific year, and I recommend everyone also to learn that book. Now, friends, we are a community here. We're learning about the great rabbis of yesteryear, especially on the date of their Hilula. It marks the Hilula today on the 16th of Tevet of the great Rabbi Yaish Crispin, one of the great rabbis of the, let's just say, the villages of Morocco in of itself. The Hebrew year, which he passed away, was Hei Tav Resh Tzadik Tet. So please, everyone, light candles in the great rabbi's memory, learn more about him. And please subscribe to the channel. We are coming close to 6,000 subscribers. If you are related to any of the great rabbis we are speaking about, please send me an email. I would love to hear more information about the great Chachamim. And if you know anyone that will be interested in listening to these videos, please share the videos to other people. So wishing you all well and blessings from Israel, and take care.